I'm lounging, drinking a Stella, with my
I'm
feet up on this table next to me.
hanging out, playing Nintendo.
Playing on an NES controller. Wee!
It's fun talking guns. Matter of fact, it's a blast when you're hanging out with the Pizza Party Destiny Podcast.
Hello, fellow Guardians, and back for
So-
another week of the Pizza Party Destiny Podcast. This one's gonna be a little bit different. Everyone is quarantining, so we gotta be smart about this, and we're gonna do it online. Because
Social
that's where we are half
distancing,
the time.
and we're doing this episode in game.
In-game distancing. I'm gonna need you to move your character just a little bit further from me, please. All right,
yeah.
so let's bust it down. You know our main stuff here. We talk about our TWAB honorable mentions, and then our next big topic will be trials and our experiences and the cool stuff we saw and the goofy stuff we saw. But we'll start it off with the TWAB. As everyone knows, with the reset coming around, we got access to the exotic quest for the Fourth Horseman. Now, the shotgun rips. It is absolutely so much fun.
It's very good.
Crazy.
Very high burst damage.
It's so cool. The difference of the exotic quests that are like really mission oriented, and you get to see like different parts of their world, Destiny's worlds and stuff, and you get to go all over the place and do this stuff. This is very much like find the best place to kill these enemies and do that for 30 minutes straight or an hour straight or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't it's just,
Agreed.
it sucks the fun out of it, right?
It seems a little uninspired to me. Like, even the Devil's Ruin quest, with its like incredible shortness, had like a unique thing going on where you were in a Crucible map, like it was a mission.
Yeah.
You were finding red jacks, which are, something we hear about a lot, but we don't see a lot. So it's cool to have them in game.
heck
And
yeah.
then cool dialogue between Saint and Osiris. It's like, I don't know, even though that quest seemed short, it's like I would much prefer like the lore building around a weapon rather than just like a D1 weapon returning and like, just like busy work steps to go acquire it. I do like the tower. That I for the record, I like how they modify the
Like
tower and they
Leviathan's
add
Breath?
little rooms and
Goofy
stuff.
jumping
Yes.
around.
That's unique. That's fun. That's the best part of the quest, in my opinion.
And it's like they carve out areas of the tower to just like add new things, and like that's what we're looking for is like this new stuff. And like you said,
Yeah,
we got to hear Shaq
it's interesting
sing
to
with
like
the Devil's Ruin.
and to go through Zabala's office. It's like it's small, but it's world building that I appreciate. Otherwise, like kill a bunch of Cabal, do public events is a very tedious and boring.
Yeah. With the finish of the Fourth Horseman quest, once you've completed it and you got your gun, it opens up the catalyst to be gotten. And that is found in the legendary lost sectors, the big public events, the new ones from the season, the Seraph ones, and I think you can get it even from bunker busting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they in bunker busting?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
So for the record, the way the Fourth Horseman works for people who are uninformed is that it's a full auto burst damage shotgun that fires off 4 shots in less than a second, just boom, 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 like faster than any shotgun in the game. And the damage of each shot grows from the previous shot, as long as you're holding down the trigger. So each shot is sequentially better. And the catalyst provides a bonus shot, which also receives bonus damage, because you're continuing with 5 shots instead of 4, and it buffs the reload by I want to say double. Like it looks like it's giving you plus 40.
It's literally
reload,
double
maybe.
the bar. Yep. They just add another whatever the reload was. They just like folded it over, and now it's like
Honestly,
exactly that.
Compared to its D1 form, I would say it's better. It's more fun.
Oh yeah. I don't remember. Okay. Well, we had some fun with Fourth Horseman and D1. We had some goofy times.
Can we link
But I
that
never
video?
used it like I want to use this one. You know what I mean?
Yes, agreed. I would like to add that I think because there's a few different ways to like cheese your reload, especially with the Hunter, if you want to get really crazy with this gun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For
Um,
sure.
but I feel like it's a little bit more accessible because of that. Being able to cheese one reload really unlocks the DPS potential of the weapon.
It's strong. It feels, you gotta get up in their business. It's a little unruly.
Is
It's
it something that you would bring into a raid or a high level nightfall?
maybe not the nightfall because these nightfalls that they give us are very systematic. You have to have specific things that, or else you're just like, well, I'm useless right now. But raids, like there's definitely like some parts like Garden of Salvation when we're doing the baseball diamond. I can take that and I can shove it right up that
Oh yeah,
Hydra's can. I can we can get in
right
that
in the juice
business.
box.
Right. Right in his juice
It's
bucket.
yeah, it's
It's
good. I
really
like that
it's pretty
they
sweet.
always feel better when they come from D1. All weapons that are
Right.
D1 versions that have come forward have all received, makeovers to make them feel better in
Hmm.
D2. And this is just another
Oh
good
yeah.
example of that. Error put out a video, kind of
Okay.
frustrated with himself that he didn't
Yeah,
realize it at
yeah,
the
I saw
time,
that.
was that he used Divinity to test the damage of the weapon, and the reason was because it helps you get crit values on every shot, right? So that you can more consistently look at the numbers, because the pellets, and there's so many bullets going off, it's so difficult to like read the numbers. Well, it was discovered that if an enemy is hit with a tether or a tractor cannon, the numbers appear to change at a different rate, a higher rate. Um, with that being said, he immediately said Divinity appears to be somehow glitched with Fourth Horseman, which is odd. It's still helping it, I believe, but it's not as much. It's like the difference between 50% bonus overall to like 80 or 100% bonus. I'd be perfectly fine linking Error's video. He does great work with numbers, but he was beating himself up over it, and he was like, "These are the right numbers," and I would never give out false numbers. So that's pretty funny.
Hmm.
He's kind of a math nerd.
Yeah. So yeah, Divinity
Good
not really
work.
working with it. So just make sure
So
you
it's yeah,
you
it's
know you know
I
about
would
that.
recommend Tractor Cannon as a combo with it, or someone
Ooh,
tethering a
nice, nice.
boss.
Shoulder charge.
Shoulder charge works great too.
Cool. So that's Fourth Horseman. Get out there, get it. It
Get
is
out
busy
there and
work,
ride
but it's
ride the
fun.
horse.
Right, that thing. Next in the TWAB honorable mention, we'll talk about this new Twitch extension.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
If I'm ever gonna watch somebody doing trials, especially, and I can see the guns they're using, and for us, it's easier for us to tell what's going on. We can see if they're getting their nades back fast or this or that. But this Twitch extension looks like it's, you know, you're an open book. People get to see every single thing about your character that is going on right now. All your stats, all your like stat tracker stuff for trials. They get to see your wins and all that stuff too.
They
It's
can
crazy. It
see
really goes deep.
your loadout, including your weapons and armor, and all the mods that you have equipped.
Hmm.
Which is really cool. So it just gives people who are watching a little bit more knowledge on like the streamer they're watching, the choices they're making, maybe why, and you can even, I'm sure, ask them why they're running what they're running and how they find that it benefits their playstyle. Um, Something that I thought was really cool that I did not realize was that if you're using this extension and watching a streamer, you can participate to some degree after a win of a round or a match by emoting into the chat or something to this effect. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I'm sure when I play with it, I'll have an opportunity to see. But you can receive in-game rewards for yourself
Yeah.
by
Hmm.
participating in this. So they said experience, glimmer, and trials tokens, which I'm assuming would
Whoa,
be
whoa,
a
whoa.
small amount, but enough to, yeah, maybe entice somebody to go watch on Twitch a little bit. We can go into the reward structure of trials in our trials discussion. But I
Cool, cool.
think giving away 5 tokens for watching someone stream, I think that's kind of cool.
Last on the TWAB honorable mention, we want to talk about Iron Banner. It's coming back with this next reset.
Ooh, Bam Bam, the Iron Banana, and Lord Salad Man is back with I'm gonna guess no new weapons.
Yeah, oh god, I don't even want to
No
think
new
about it.
weapons in the standard loot pool. Let me
Right.
rephrase that.
Let's talk about no, like you brought this up earlier. Let's talk about so in the game right now, if you're just playing the game and getting armor drops, you're noticing that your armor is insanely better. Like the stat
Yes.
rolls are crazy. They're spikier. They're more fun. You actually look at a piece and you're not like,
Random
oh,
rolls
buy,
that
buy, buy.
ra- random rolls that come from, the open world loot pool are generally better overall, and any gear that comes from a pinnacle source like a prime engram,
Mm-hmm.
a raid, iron banner,
Trials.
these
Yeah.
are, I believe they have a stat floor of 60. I've yet to
Straight up.
see a stat roll under 60, and if Iron Banner
Mm-hmm.
follows suit, this is gonna be one of the best places in game to farm high tier stat rolls for your armor.
And we're gonna have, I'm pretty sure they said that there's gonna be a quest just like last season. So you're gonna have to probably do that to get all your armor. You know what I mean? Like each 5 steps you get one piece or whatever, or
Yep.
4 steps you get all the armor, and then you can start turning in your tokens or whatever. The yeah, like just maybe even through that, maybe they're just
It
dropping
would be
like these
pretty
just
darn cool.
chunky boys.
Well, and think about the season pass, right? Like we have these chunky boys that sit at like 66 stat
Dude,
rolls.
that's insane.
What if when you're going up the ladder, what if the rolls that you receive are like set rolls through that quest line? Because
Ooh.
they're bringing back a quest line which they've already described to be similar to previous seasons. You get kills with
Yeah.
specific weapons, you get points in
Mm-hmm.
Iron Banner through uh, capping
Some of it's
points and things like
retroactive
that.
kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, I would hope maybe that it's not completely random, and that like as you rank up and you get your armor pieces, those pieces might be really really good right off the bat.
Heck yeah.
That quest also leads to the pinnacle weapon for the season,
Yep.
which is the Point of Stag bow, which I believe was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to come out last season. It ended up getting delayed till this season, and it's
The
supposed to be
only
like
one.
the end game reward for trials. The state of bows in Destiny PvE isn't great, and it's definitely not like the highest tier in PvP unless we're talking the Monarch and Trials, little cheeky stuff like that. But I don't know. I just have this sneaking suspicion that it's going to be uh, uh, not a high tier weapon.
It's a precision bow. And I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's in the primary spot.
Okay.
And it's
Kinetic.
the two columns are to choose from is in the first one you either have no distractions or archer's tempo. And then the
Okay.
next one you have
Tempo.
Eye of the Storm or Vorpal.
Okay. I'm
So
yeah, I
we can
mean, I
just stop
guess
talking
you
about that right now.
put down a super and crucible with this thing. I don't
Totes.
I'll
Can we
be
get over
honest,
this whole
I'm
thing of using your
far
primary on bosses like this?
yeah,
You should
I
never be
can, yeah.
using your primary on a boss.
I think just in general, like Vorpal weapon is great as a perk. It's not a good primary perk. It's not good on a primary
Yeah, on a
weapon.
sniper, it's sweet.
It's
It's
on the
really
my
nice.
trophy hunter with Vorpal is spectacular, and it's one of my favorite weapons.
Hmm.
The the switchable slot on my Patron of Lost Causes, the scout rifle, is Vorpal or explosive payload.
Mm.
I'm gonna go
Mm.
ahead and recommend explosive payload 100% of the time over Vorpal.
Hmm.
Um,
That's the TWAB, guys. That
that's
is
the
the TWAB.
TWAB.
And the Twitch extension, the Fourth Horseman, Iron Banner stuff. Just be ready for Banner. It's gonna be a good spot to get
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of high
Grind
gear
out
stuff.
some nice banner gear and then put ornaments on it because this set is ugly.
Our
Moving
next
on.
big topic, and this is one we're gonna stick to for the rest of the episode, is our experiences in trials this last weekend, and we've had a little time to do it this weekend on the new map, or D1 map, anomaly. Um, let's just go out. Let's just start off with our like the broad opinion of: are you having fun in Trials?
Short answer, yes. It is a very fun game mode.
I am enjoying my time. It's tough, it's stressful, but when we're finished, I literally just want to restart a card and do it again because I want to get better at the mode and I want to
Yep.
you just
It's
get
fun.
that accomplishment feeling, you know?
It's intense. It makes your heart beat really hard. Sometimes you're
Out
able
of your
to
chest,
pull
dude.
off really cool things. So I
Insert
have
motions
a little
crazy play right here.
Yeah, I'll have a little clip of me team wiping a group of scared guardians, and you'll see how that's done. Okay, pros and cons list. The first thing I have written down under pros is the reward structure. I think that the way they have it set up, that you get power rewards, which can be trials, guns, and armor, at wins 3, 5, and 7, it's a very cool system. It allows for a lot of different skill levels of players to get their hands on trials rewards.
For sure.
And as we found out this week, those rewards rotate in a way that will allow you to eventually get everything, even if you can only acquire 3 wins. Eventually, you'll likely see every item. So I think that's a cool setup. And then, of course, the pinnacle reward from the Lighthouse chest, which can also be trials, guns, and armor. The armor glow that you acquire lasts for 2 weeks, which is very cool as a way to show that you've gone flawless. And then again, I have right here, elimination is a very intense game mode, the best mode for high-end PvP in my opinion. So that's a pro, and I just think that the way that elimination plays, where if someone goes down, everybody's heart jumps. What do we do?
Yeah, it changes.
He's dead.
It all
do we
changes.
run? Do we hold the body? One of our guys is down.
The game plan.
How do we want to hold this? Yeah, it just is an absolutely intense style of thinking in the moment. And I think that in terms of elimination as a mode, this game mode is sick. They did a great job.
I wanted to add one thing about that, what you were saying with the rewards being pretty great on the climb up to flawless. If you do go flawless, you get a ascendant shard from the box, which is another option to get ascendant charges. We needed those. We need more of those in the game. You know what I mean?
More of those in
over and over and over again. It's
PvP,
really nice.
more of those in raids, the high-end stuff. Totally agree.
Heck yeah.
The armor glow, I did a little experimentation. I did not realize this. I noticed that my summoner auto rifle that I received at 5 wins this week was glowing red, right? And that red is coming from the Empyrean Flawless emblem on my character.
Emblem you have on, yes,
right?
For sure. Cool.
So, and that emblem indicates to people that I am a LightBreaker and that I am trying to stop people from going to the lighthouse. Now, that's not true for me specifically. I just think the red glow looks the best. But it's pretty cool that you have this option to show people like I am the red light and I am trying to stop you. And now the other emblem is called Light for the Lost, which changes not only the glow but also like the paint job on your weapon to white with like a bluish glow. And it means you're trying to help people go to the lighthouse, the light makers.
Yeah, super cool.
So I think just being able to flaunt like what you're all about and also have that affect your trials gear specifically, I think that system is very good. And if you remove all emblems, your gear glows yellow like old school trials gear. So you have a few different options for how you like your gun.
That's
yeah,
neat.
I realized it while I was tooling around
I've just
last
kept
night.
this emblem on the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I said, it even changes the color of the paint job on your weaponry. Very, very cool stuff. Hats off. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, that's super sweet. Yeah, I really like the emblems. I really like the I am a Sherpa or I am the gatekeeper.
Yeah,
This is how Trials works. I like
They
it.
call them the light makers and the light breakers in the TWAB this week, which I loved. These are just a few things I wrote down while we were playing that were kind of bugging me. If 2 people trade, the tie goes to the first kill. Ending ties with one team getting a point. I have a serious problem with this because of latency in the game. Yes.
Because it
Please
looked
say.
like you had the kill first, And then it said on the thing on the left side of the screen, it said you killed the guy first and he killed you after, but then they got the point. That's
Yep.
just all
Yes.
latency.
So
I think that is
and
complete
well,
bullcrap.
I wrote this down that when that moment happened because on my
Yeah.
screen it said that he had meleeed me first and that my fusion killed him second. And for whatever reason, maybe I was being chosen as a host or something, but that was the scoreboard that it went with. And I'm sorry, but if two people trade within milliseconds of each other, the game should end with 0 points awarded as a tie, and you go to the next round. I have a strong distaste for whatever this like, two supers got used against each other and they both kill each other in the same moment. Like a Blade Barrage and a Nova, I believe I saw, hit each other. Both characters die at basically the same time, and it goes to whoever like the game
Have we
registered the
seen a
kill for
draw yet?
first. No, they don't happen.
See, that's it. I think draws are meant to be there. Like
That
you need to
yeah,
have draws there for the stuff that happens like this.
absolutely. This is totally random and it's not on my cons list, but it's something I just remembered now. If you lose on round 5, Saint 14 will go, get them next round, Guardian, which is like really frustrating to hear when you've just gotten like destroyed or like, really beaten down by another team.
Getting kicked
So-
while you're down for sure.
So
dude.
that seems like maybe it was that missed some quality checks. Another thing on the cons list is that spawning teammates gives them 2 special ammo. I wasn't utilizing this much myself, but I've heard of teams now that are jumping off the edge or ricochet rounding, killing themselves to get 2 more shots in their sniper or their shotgun or something. So that's a problem. I think you should spawn with
Yeah,
0
used in the
unless it's
right
the beginning of a round,
situation.
in my
Totally.
opinion. And this is me as a fusion rifle main, still writing this down for the 6th year. That can't be right. No, that's right. Fusions still fail to fire if killed mid-burst. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
If you shoot
How
your
does it
fusion and you
evaporate?
die, yeah, like for some reason the gun shuts off and only fires out 3 of the 7 bolts when I am killed mid-burst, which is so frustrating. It's so no, the trades rarely go to the fusion rifle user, and this again plays to the if you trade with somebody, the winner of the trade gets the point, which is it's frustrating. But those are small gripes. The majority of the time, you're not encountering those issues, and it's a very fun experience.
Yeah, when you play a whole card, this will happen maybe once or twice every like 5 games or something. But it happens and it gets you down because you're doing good, and then all of a sudden some goofy stuff happens and gets under people's skin. I know I get very frustrated from that. If it just feels like you were cheated.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to remove the feeling of being cheated, and I also don't like it when Seat 14 makes fun of me after we've been beaten down. That's my deal.
Let's talk about some like loadouts that we were seeing. Like what's good
Ooh.
stuff? Like what's that?
You mean
really
besides
great...
Revoker Hardlight?
Okay, Anomaly's got some walls. Okay, Hardlight works amazing.
I'll be honest, as an avid fusion user, I find that this is a great map for fusion rifles. We managed a flawless on Anomaly, and I was using Bastion. I recall swoop in multi kills on full health Guardians with single bursts from Bastion, which is just remarkably good. I think it's just this map specifically. If we're talking Trials meta overall, 600 auto rifles are king next to maybe, I think I saw quite a few Not Forgotten Luna type weapons
Yeah, for sure.
as primaries are concerned.
It's I think I might have said this in the last podcast, quote me if I'm a broken record, but a lot of weapons that do big damage or sustain damage, like autos, you can just put it on a spot, snipers and hand cannons, you can hit big damage, so it's hard for people to engage again. So they can't just be like,
Yes.
I took a shot, I can go and shoot this guy. No, I took a shot, I have to go around a corner for a second to get my health back, and now I'm going to try to get them with the shot. It's a lot of snipe. Like, Anomaly, maybe not so much snipers because of the corridors, but like a lot of running shotguns. With that thing spinning in the middle of Anomaly, it's a lot of like you're looking at the radar, but you don't know where this person is because that middle area is so confusing sometimes, and there's so many little things that stick out and
And the radar is so
things for
vague.
yeah, exactly. I think a lot of cool things that I've been kind of hearing about and seeing for making people not be okay. So if you can't revive if you're being damaged, right? Smoke grenades,
Oh my goodness.
thorn, anything that burns enemies over
Yes.
time, any lingering style damage is actually really, really insanely good.
It's actually another reason why hard light is popping up so hard in this meta, because not only are 600 auto rifles good, but I can think of multiple specific moments where being able to manage one bank shot is enough to fully disengage their revive and allow a teammate to
Hmm.
gain an angle with that added time. So it's like
Stopping that revive,
it's
stopping
another
that
reason why
health regen.
ricochet rounds, explosive rounds, hard light, which is just the exaggeration.
Yeah,
These are
explosive.
great.
Shooting
These
it
are
on like the
great
ground around a corner.
tools in order to prevent people from getting reses. But the you mentioned smoke bombs. This is my nightmare. This was the hardest thing to fight through for this trials card.
It was so you can't see nothing either,
Yeah,
so you don't
it's
know where.
hunters,
Okay,
Gemini
quick, quick
jesters.
story.
They
Quick story for the
please
listeners.
tell me,
We
tell me.
we were on Anomaly on a little catwalk across from where the point is. Uh, it was the smoke bombs were confusing my lovely teammates so much. Motion Idiot and Jobo Garden. Shout out to Jobo. He's our third for trials. He's a great player. Um, I died in the middle of the catwalk, and Jobo and Motion are on the opposite sides of the catwalk walking towards each other, but they seem to have been smoked. So from my ghost spot, I look back and forth, and they are shooting at each other because they don't know. Because they can't see, and you can't see it's your teammate. And it was the
Uh,
funniest thing, and it's all super serious, so I'm trying to, like, not laugh and not trying to, like, geek out because you guys are sitting there shooting at each other for no joke, like, 3 to 4 seconds. And I just, like, waited till all the smoke cleared, and they're like, okay, cool. And they, like, go for the revive.
did
It
you
was
get a clip
hilarious,
of it?
but extremely scary. No, I should have. I
It's
was
okay.
just. I think I was crying. I think I couldn't see because I was
I
laughing
do
so hard.
remember being
Um,
stopped at some point, and you go, "Hey, guys, you're shooting at each other." It was just like a very calm. I don't. It's an awkward conversation to have with someone when they say, "Hey, what should I use in trials to be successful?" Because there's
boost.
obvious
Yeah,
choices of like
and it's
what
feel.
the meta. And I believe like if you are good with fusions and that's how you like to play, don't put a sniper on and expect to go flawless or expect to do better, than you would in your normal mode. The best way to be successful is to just play how you play. That will net you the most success, to not try to change your playstyle to fit the current meta.
Like you can go into Crucible and test as much as you want, But what gun do you hit the shots with? Not a gun that people say is good and that you use and it doesn't feel like great. Like I know Thorn is great. I use it and I just can't hit shots with it. I guess I'm just not good with that style of a gun. So I don't use it. I know it's great, but I don't use it. Like Hardlight's great, and then you go use it and you can hit shots with it. So I'm like, okay, well I'll use that. A lot of this stuff I was using Chaperone and like a Horror's Least because I know I can hit the shots with those, and I'm not gonna jeopardize my team by getting in a fight and missing all my shots. I mean, it happened a million times, but that's beside the point. I want to help my team. I want my shots to count, and I want to use something comfortable. You got to be
Yes.
comfortable if you're gonna go for
Yeah.
7 wins. Like it's tough stuff out there.
Like there's a lot of stuff to learn in order to be successful, like how to communicate with your team and how to make the right decisions every time, because it's not like that, it's a learning process. But I think like the number one thing is like use what you feel comfortable with. Like you can bait
And
corners if you're a fusion rifle user. You can slide
mhm.
shotgun get in people's grills if you're a shotgun user, and you can lane long hallways with snipers.
Final thoughts on trials is just try it. It's
Yeah,
trial and error.
it's a dope
Just get
mode.
in there, just have fun. If you That's the one great thing about this is the card is so easy to just start over. Do the mercy. Just play to 3, play to 5. If you're good and you can just go crump through and get to flawless, do it. The guns are pretty sweet. We got shotgun and the auto rifle for 3 and 5, and they're very, very good. We've heard some stuff about just going to 3 and 5 and just grinding those guns out with bounties. Also, when you're done with the card, go back to Saint 14 and grab more bounties. You will complete them. It will happen.
Yeah, it's an easy way to farm tokens so you can roll more guns. Yeah, and if I have one little final note in miscellaneous, Destiny Fun Police put out a video about the Chaperone exotic slug shotgun being stealth buffed with this most recent patch. Body shot and crit shots used to deal slightly less than normal shotguns. Slug shotties of like the same type, Blasphemer or Good Bone Structure or Ganora's Axe. Any of these slug shotties that are legendary used to do slightly more. It is now doing 150 damage to the body, up from 130, and the crits are on par with the other slug shotties, doing big damage. I can't confirm whether or not I can one tap a super, but I can confirm that body shotting somebody is a stronger experience than before. And headshotting will likely have just slightly more range because of the way damage fall-off works.
Okay, Guardians, that is gonna
Is that
do
it
it
for us?
for our third episode. We'll obviously be back again next week on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share us, Facebook and Twitter. We'll link everything in the description. And hope everyone has a good trials run and some fun stuff in Destiny.
Yeah, stay safe out there, everybody who's experiencing the quarantine. Just spend the time hanging out with friends online, playing Destiny. Protect yourselves, your neighbors, your communities.
And I think that'll do it.
Nice. I gotta get that away. Sorry, my dog is in the room. All right.
How do you pull your Sparrow out on a Dreamcast controller? When we play Strikes Pep with like a random, it's pretty much like this.
It's basically like they're not shooting. It's basically like they're a camera person for our strike. Yeah.
In the right hands, Arby's sauce. That was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Pizza.
That was maybe one of the worst experiences. Put the weld down like right here.
Junior Bacon well.
Yeah, if it's okay, would it be cool to just talk about the bow for just a split second? This is going to be a depressing conversation.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a deep dive on explosive payload in a future episode as well.
Dude, I would fill my character with all my explosive round guns and we would have a blast. Whoa, that's a blast.